Hi everyone, welcome back to Africa Budget Pellet Gunner. Today I've got something fairly different. I've used quite a few different scope cams, digital cameras, digital scopes in the past, but this is one that's really for us and for this channel. As it implies, it's a budget option. And this is a really nice scope cam. This is one that's printed here in South Africa and definitely very nice quality, but also at an affordable price. Alright, so let's get into this. What do you get? So you're going to get the actual scope cam mechanism, which has the reflective glass inside, and then you're going to get a mount for your phone. You're going to get also all of these pieces, which is for the different size of scopes that you have. So this on the back here, it's written how thick this is. So this one is 2 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4 millimeters thick per side, which in actual fact gives you then 8 millimeters. So this is going down all the way from a 40 millimeter or a 42 millimeter bell piece on your scope, all the way down to probably a 32 millimeter you'll be able to use this with. So very simple and nothing complicated. Let's have a look at the quality of this. So this is a 3D printed item, and as you can see, it's very nicely printed, and that's the brand. So it's an NSC scope cam, and it's really nicely printed. This is a demo model that I've got today, so yours will be even better than this one. I'm just basically reviewing it for them, so they've just sent me a demo model. There you can see, very nicely printed, and it has a really nice piece of glass on the inside as well, so your footage that you're going to get is really very good. Then you also get this piece which mounts, which is for your phone, mounts on there, and this will eventually go onto here. And again, very nicely printed, even has a bit of foam tape on here to protect your phone so that it doesn't get scratched or damaged. So far so good, really happy with the product, and very nicely printed. Look guys, this is not something that's injection molded or machined out of aluminium or something like that, so definitely not that very high-end quality, but as far as 3D prints goes, this is very nice. Alright, so that's my brief overview of this. This is what you're going to get, and I can tell you that this will be manufactured in South Africa, but it will be able to be shipped all across the world. So wherever you are, I'm going to leave the details down below. You can order these. I'll also leave a price in the description down below, as well as I'll put the price here in the picture as well. Alright, so very affordable compared to anything else on the market, and definitely works great. So let me show you how to set this up. Alright, so let me show you how to set it up, and I'm going to start off by showing you how to set up this phone mount portion. So one thing that you will need is this app called Phone Scope, and you can use a normal camera, but remember, because of the glass that's inside, it's going to invert your image, so you're always going to have to later on go and change it. But this app has a couple of extra features which I really appreciate, and I'll also leave a link to this app down below. So it's called Phone Scope, so I'm going to just click on that, and this is what the app looks like once it's open. So this one I have kind of set up already for myself. Another thing you'll need to bear in mind, I do have quite a bulky cover on this, so I need to remove the cover to use it. If you've got one of those thin slimline covers, it won't be an issue, but if you've got a bulky cover with funny gadgets at the back, you will need to remove that. All right, so let me just put this in here. So what you want to see is basically when you set it up, that second camera, which is the one that I'm using on my phone, your phone might be a different camera. Once you want it to be more or less in the center of this circle over here. All right, so there you can see it like that. And that's the first thing we need to do when we're setting this up. I'm going to show you just now how to set it up on the app itself. All right, so let's go then to the next part, which is to set up the actual scope cam itself onto your rifle. All right, so let's put this like this. As I mentioned, we've got quite a few different spaces, different sizes in here, or inserts, whatever you want to call them. So I know for this one, I'm using the 2.5mm spacer, and you'll see this just slides onto the back just like that. Nothing complicated, nothing difficult at all. So when you slide it, you'll see it's got a little bit of a rim on the end here, and that rim is actually going to end up flushing with the scope cam itself. So slide this on. You may need to play a little bit with the ocular adjustment. This one I've got set now so that it's pretty close. I'm happy with it as it is. All right, so we're going to put that on there, and then very simple, slide this over the top. All right, then another nice feature of this, it has this flat portion here on the top. So if you're shooting with the bubble level, you might have a bubble level here somewhere on your rifle or onto your scope. You can now match that bubble level and that bubble level to make sure everything is 100% aligned. However, on the app that I'm going to show you, there is another function that you can use to align it as well. All right, so I'm just going to put this on, just get it as close as possible, and then it's quite simple. Tighten down this one little screw. You obviously don't need to over tighten it. It kind of works like a wedge. So, and that's it. That's mounted nice and firmly on there. No hassles. Then what's left? I'm going to mount this. Let me turn this around so you can see a bit better. Okay. Then all that's left is to mount this on here. Basically, just going to slide this on. Very simple, and tighten this up. It's really that easy. Nothing complicated whatsoever, that simple. So now what I'm going to do, so we've basically got most of the setup done. I'm going to just show you the last little bit, which is to just align this 100% to make sure that you're seeing everything you want to see through the scope. So let me show you how to do that. All right, so now you can see I've got this mounted. I haven't touched anything since we last spoke, but what you can see nicely we centered with the crosshair, and if you're not 100% centered here, that is, you can just move your phone a little bit up, a little bit down, and you'll get that 100% centered. But one thing I want to just mention, so what I found really helps a lot is when you start to set this up, turn your magnification down as low as possible. That really helps you to get everything set up. And then on the magnification on the app, I've got it set at around about, it's 27, it's a little bit smaller. So 23 magnification on the app itself. However, it can go quite a bit more, but I find that's more or less the happy spot. What you'll notice here on the edge here, there's a little bit of a dark spot. And you're going to see, if I dial up this magnification, that dark spot is going to increase. See there? So if I look at that, I'm fairly well centered looking through my scope cam, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to change that much. One thing you need to keep in mind, you don't necessarily need to use the magnification of the scope when you're looking through the scope cam, because you can magnify it on this side. What you can also do is to reduce this magnification and increase this magnification. However, your margin for error is going to be much, much finer. All right, so let me now show you, if you look at the app itself, on this side here, the far right, there's a little square, and this is to bring your picture into focus. So you'll see if let me take this down. There you can see it's now out of focus. As I bring it up, bring it into focus, and there we go. Pretty easy. We can also increase the light and decrease the light. So if I go like this, make it darker, go up, make it lighter, depending what you want. If it's very bright outside, you might want to reduce that light a little bit. And then the last feature, and this is a very, very nice one that I think really helps. So when you put your phone on here, it's not necessarily 100% aligned in this axis. So what you can do here on this side, you can just say minus, and you'll see it will actually change the angle on your scope. So you could actually mount this in any position you wanted, and then you could still be able to adjust it here until you get it. It's not quite 90 degrees. Yep, it looks good to me. So that's about right. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Then what you can do, if you press record, it's going to start recording. Take your shots. Let's quickly take a shot here. I'll show you whilst I'm busy. So let's hit record. And the best thing about this is that I can obviously still look through my scope to see where I'm shooting. And you can now see it on your phone as well. Stop the record. Now it's going to process that recording that we just did, and it's really that simple to be able to record all of your footage that you've taken whilst target shooting, whilst hunting, whatever you want to do, and all of this at a very, very, very affordable price. So yeah, that's it. It's that simple to set it up. If I want, I can zoom in a little bit more here. So let's zoom up to, that's on 10 magnification. And if you see the image gets a bit blurry, then we can do two things. We can adjust our adjustable objective over here. You see that looks quite a bit clearer. I'm going to take a shot just to the right. I've got, let's see if I can see that little chicken. Oh, I wasn't recording. Let's do that one again. Let's shoot that chicken. Perfect. That easy, that simple. Got all your memories from your hunting trips saved on your phone. If you go out bench race shooting, you can really use this to be able to help you to see the mistakes that you've made, to see what's happening when you're shooting, to see if you've compensated for the wind, if you've compensated too little, too much. All of those things you'll be able to tell when you look back at the footage from your hunt that you've been doing. So really guys, that simple, absolutely love it, and what a quality product for a very affordable price. So what I'm going to still do, I'm going to do a bit of a, let's call it target work out here. Then I'll do a little bit of hunting here in the backyard as well, and I'm going to put that on here for you just so that you can see what kind of footage you can expect. And then at the same time, when I'm done, I'll do a bit of an overview of the rifle, of the scope cam as well. So remember that name, NSC Scope Cams, definitely one that you do not want to miss out. Alright, so I want to show you a little bit of what this can do. I'm going to do a 5-shot group. Let's see if we can do a decent group on camera. And let's record it. Let's see how we go. 5-shot group, 15 meters. Here we go. So this gun has actually been set down quite a bit. So the last time I was shooting a bench rest competition, I was shooting at around about 850 feet per second, which is pretty much maxed out at this stage. However, I've tuned it down now for shooting in the backyard, around about 550 feet per second. Yep, that went through the frame hole. 3 shots, let's take 2 more. Oops, I don't want to fly to that one. There you go. That's simple, and we've got everything on camera. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set up this side. Let's see if we can get a couple of doves here in the backyard, and then we'll come back and do a complete overview, see if we're happy, see what else we need to do. Alright, so we're all set, got the bait put out there, and just need to wait for the doves. I really hope that Corrie is going to tell me I can keep one of these, because it's going to be hard to give one of these back, that's for sure. Really, really nice, absolutely love it, and it is really dirt cheap, so let's see what he says. Alright, let's wait for those doves. Alright, so my final thoughts and conclusions on this. Would I recommend it? Absolutely yes. Without a doubt, whether you're doing this for fun, shooting as a hobby, whether you're doing it professionally, whether you're doing it to make YouTube videos, I would absolutely recommend this for any level of shooter. The next thing that I just want to say, something you'll need to keep in mind when you buy something like this, the scopes that I'm filming through is not expensive scopes. Those are very budget scopes, and the higher end scopes will give you better footage, as well as the higher end phones that you use to film will also give you better footage. The other thing, this will be coming out with a GoPro adapter as well. So if you want to use a GoPro or something along those lines in the near future, there will be an option for that as well. In terms of value for money, I'm telling you, it is nigh on impossible to beat this value for money. So, what are you waiting for? Go and get one. NSC Scope Cam. Absolutely love it. Everyone should have one of these in their arsenal. Till next time, guys, happy shooting. See you around. Don't forget all the details in the description below. Go and get yourself one. You will not regret it. Till next time, guys. Cheers.